What's up, y'all? It's BWADE. I'm going to hit you with 4 of my favorite WNBA picks for Sunday's lineup. As always, we're going to walk through that data. I'm going to show you guys why I like the picks, right? I don't just give you the picks and say these are what I like. I explain to you why I like them so that you guys can have enough data to decide whether you want to tail or not. As always, bet responsibly. I also go through the previous day's picks with you. I'm not here to just own the wins and then just kind of skim over the losses, whether we win, whether we lose. We talked through it. So looking at today, Saturday's picks, not our best day. We hit 2 picks, we missed 2 picks, but both slips chalked. Uh, it is what it is. It happens sometimes. Like, wasn't terrible, but it was not the result we were looking for. Looking at MLB, we cashed one of our slips in MLB, so we were profitable in the MLB free pick video. And then I also have been doing a free pick reel on Instagram every like afternoon to morning. I put it out. Those have been hitting like crazy. So if you're not on my Instagram, there's a link below in the description. Check that out. But we hit that pick. Acuna and Walter both went over. That was sweat free. Check all that out. And then we went 5-3 in our VIP game picks. Absolutely been crushing there. We went 5-2 yesterday, 4-2 the day before that. We're up, I don't know, something crazy for the week. If you guys want to get in VIP, get all these game picks sent to you along with additional DFS picks. There's 2 ways to jump in. You can either use code NBA in the checkout. You're going to get 80% off. It'll cost you $10 for a week of picks. Like, you'll make that back in one day. The other option, sign up with one of these apps I tell you about in the video, Parlay, Play, Sleeper, or any of the apps below in the description. You sign up, use my promo code, make a deposit. It doesn't matter how much. It can be $5, $10. And then you send me a screenshot and I will get you a free week of VIP. It's just whichever one you prefer. Also, I do an autographed jersey giveaway every single month. As if the free pick videos weren't enough, I also pick up an autographed jersey to give away to y'all. It is just a small way for me to say thank you. This month we're doing a signed SGA jersey because they're in the finals. I am excited for that game 7. All you have to do to be entered to win that jersey is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and drop a comment. Do those 3 things, you'll be entered into the raffle at the end of the month to win. Every single video that you comment on is an additional entry, so keep the comments rolling every time you watch one of these videos. Let's get into these picks. So I'm fading Natasha Cloud at 9.5 points. She started the year out hot and has quickly cooled back off. You see her average last year was like 12 points per game. She was very streaky. This year she started off dropping 22, then 18, then 16. It kept coming down. And since that, she has not gone over 8 points in the last 9 straight games, right? So this is the last 10 games. Hasn't gone over it. When we look at her against Seattle historically, her last 3 games against Seattle, they haven't played this year, so we don't have any head-to-head data for this year. But last year, she went over once and just barely got over with 10 points. In the other 3 matchups, she had 3 points, 3 points, and 4 points. So she averages 5 points per game against Seattle. You look at her shooting percentage, I mean, her field goal percentage is 31%, 25, 20. She shot 24% from the field against Seattle last year. They lock her down defensively. She hasn't been hitting this. I don't see any reason to expect her to hit it in this game, so I am fading her here. And then I'm taking Skyler Diggins to hit at least 2 3-pointers. She is just lighting it up from 3-point range. Earlier in the season, she wasn't taking a ton. She wasn't making a ton. You look at these last 5 games, and you know, she went 4 for 8 from 3, and then she has just continued to take and make 3-pointers over these last 5 games. We look at it, she's shooting better than 50% from 3-point range over the last 5 games, averaging 5.4 attempts. And she's going up against a Liberty, who is a great defensive team, but defending the 3-point line is not one of their strong suits, right? They give up the 4th most 3-pointers allowed to guards. They give up just about 7 per game to guards. So I like Skyler Diggins to get off here. When we look head-to-head last year, because they didn't play this year, she didn't have any of the first 2 games, but her most recent game against them, she had 4 3-pointers going 4 for 7. So that doesn't do much for me, the head-to-head data. I just wanted to cover it with you guys so that you're aware of what that looks like. But more so, I am just going on the fact that she has been hot from 3-point range lately, and I'm expecting the Liberty to probably be up in this game. Seattle's going to be trying to fight back, and so I think Diggins ends up taking some threes, and the way she's been shooting it, I like her to hit at least 2 of them. She's averaging almost 3 3-pointers made per game over these last 5. You'll see that slip here. We're getting 3.4x for this on Sleeper. Put this in on Sleeper because it's the only game that had this Liberty Storm game up yet. Everyone else had the other 3 games for Sunday up, but nobody had this game with props available. Sleeper regularly gets picks up before anybody else. They have some of the best payouts. You can see we're getting 3.4x for this 2-man. And a great sign-up bonus when you use code BWADE. They're going to double that first deposit up to $100 and give you a free pick. It's free money, y'all. There's no downside to having additional apps. You can withdraw 100 from a different app, put it on Sleeper with code BWADE. You just doubled that money, and there's no downside to doing it. And when you send me the screenshot, I give you a free week of VIP, and you get all these picks sent to you directly for the next week. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. It's a win-win. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed SGA jersey. Let's get into these next picks. I'm taking Caitlin Clark under 30.5 points and assists. This might not be a popular pick with the masses, but she's only gone over this twice in 7 games so far this year. And look, like when she came back from injury, she cooked against the Liberty, and that got a ton of press. It was all, you know, on ESPN. Everyone's talking about it. But then she comes back, and you know, she only puts up 26 against Connecticut, well, 20 points and then 6 assists. And then they got beat by Golden State Valkyries. She only had 11 points. Nobody talks about those games, right? She's only gone over this in 2. She's averaging 28.5 per game. And Vegas, defensively, they are very subpar this year, but they're still guarding that guard position very well. They give up the least points in the W to guards, and they give up the 3rd least assists. So I don't see her getting off a ton here. And when you look head to head, she hasn't had more than 27 points and assists against Vegas in her career. Well, last year, right? So last year she played them 4 times, didn't get over 27 against them. And she went over this plenty, right? But it wasn't against Vegas. You can see here, right? 2 games where she played Vegas, didn't get over in either of them. And before she played Vegas, she went over this in 5 straight games. So defensively, Vegas just manages to lock her down, and I don't see any reason to think she's going to get over this. When you look at her in away games, she's only played 2 away games this season, and the highest she has is 20 points and assists in one of those. That is coming up way short. Next, I am taking Alicia Gray over 8.5 rebounds and assists. So she's gone over this in 9 out of 13 games this year. She's going up against Chicago, who gives up the 2nd most rebounds and the 2nd most assists to guards. They get absolutely cooked by guards as far as rebounds and assists. She's played them this year. She had her 2nd to best game as far as rebounds and assists go. She had 12, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. And in the 4 games where she's gone under this year, they've all been against good defensive teams. It's not random, right? She went under against Washington, ranked 2nd. She went under against Seattle, ranked 5th. And then she went under against Indiana twice, ranked 3rd, right? So all 3 of the teams she's gone under against, and all 4 games where she's gone under, have all been top 5 teams defensively. Chicago's the 2nd worst team defensively. So I like her to get over here. I am taking the over on Alicia Gray for 8.5 rebounds and assists. And you'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting just about 3.4x for this on Parlay Play. I've been using this app a ton lately because they have a bunch of different stat categories to pick from, but most of all, they have great payouts. You can see this 2-man entry, we're getting 3.4x for it. Most apps, you're going to get just a typical 3x for this, and that extra 0.4x makes a big difference. They also have a bunch of great promos, and when you sign up using code BWADE, they're going to give you $5 for free to play with. No deposit required for that, so you can try the app out, see if you like it, or if you're just broke, just take advantage of the free $5. And then if you do like it, you want to make a deposit, they're going to double that first deposit up to $100. Again, a free $100 you can get. You just withdraw it off a different app where you have money, put it on here using code BWADE, they double it. Now you have $205 and you only took $100 off the other app. It's a no-brainer. Take advantage of these sign-up bonuses. You also get to take advantage of additional promos on these apps. You have another app where you can line shop, and there's no downside. And when you send me the screenshot, I give you a free week of VIP. Also, guys, make sure to check out my Instagram. Like I said, there's a link down below in the description. Get in there. I give out free picks all the time in there. I don't always have time to make another YouTube video, but I can go ahead and just post a quick story on my Instagram to give you guys some picks that I like. And then, look, even if you don't want to sign up with one of these apps, or maybe you have them, you can't sign up, whatever the case is, you can always just use code NBA in the checkout and get 80% off on VIP. You'll pay $10 for a week of picks. You would have made that back today. Appreciate y'all. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed SGA jersey. Let's get some money.